Hey, Gig, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
Hey, not a problem. Hey, congratulations on being part of this global citizen vax because hashtag vax because. So congratulations on that.
It's an amazing opportunity for us just to help support an amazing cause and bring awareness to something that's really important to us.
Hey, so tell us how did you become a part of this campaign in the first place?
Why don't you take that question?
Yeah, so basically, I've known Hugh Evans and Ryan Gall, who are the co-founders of Global Citizen, for the past few years, and always trying to just do like my part to help them however we can. And this year for the Vax Live concert, I was surfing with Hugh actually, and said, what's the next big plan to help the world? And he said, we're doing Vax Live, which is a concert to bring the world together, reunite the world, and show that every human being is equal. And I said, well, we just wrote a song called Human, which is about reuniting the world and showing that every human is equal. So he said, well, we're doing a hashtag Vax because, and let's do a hashtag human challenge to really like get people, you know, talking about this and raise awareness. So it just was born very just organically based on that conversation. And we hit the ground running, made an AR filter to get people to post on social media, and it's been really successful so far.
That's awesome. Now, the song was written before the campaign, right? Where was the inspiration that came from for the song Human?
The song came from, the song was actually written about almost a year and a half ago. And it came from just like, the fact that just we wanted to reunite the world. There's all these like fires happening. There's a lot of these mass shootings. There's a lot of political unrest with, the politics in general. We wanted to we were just feeling a certain type of way to bring people together, and we wanted to celebrate humanity and celebrate just like being able to live, breathe, and live in a wonderful place that we call planet Earth. And it kind of came to some place of like we all felt really good one day, and that just kind of naturally came out. It wasn't specifically for something. We just wanted to write like an upbeat song about why we should support each other and not fight against each other, and how it feels good to be human.
So this song was perfect for this campaign.
It literally just like the stars aligned, and apparently it just happened to work. Like he said, it can't happen so naturally, and it wasn't unintentional. We just want to write a good song, and then pandemic and Global Citizen came in with this campaign and kind of tapped us in.
Now I read in the press release that it's part of the social media campaign, but it's not part of the concert this weekend, is it?
So we're not at the level of Foo Fighters yet, but I think next year we're gonna be on stage with them.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Now this is your guys' first single. Are you guys planning to do like a full album down the road?
So go ahead.
Well, yeah, we have a bunch of music that's on Spotify now. We had a bunch of plans to release a bunch of music, that we were planning for the year prior to us knowing that a pandemic would happen. So that changed our plans, and we were kind of like recentered. And then this is our first single post-pandemic, or we're still in it, but like,
Right.
like a year and a half later. And we have a lot more music that we're going to be putting out in the near future as we are finishing a ton of stuff. I'm David's brother.
Yeah.
This is David and James.
Bro.
Yeah. He's a singer, drummer, bass player, guitar player.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's us.
for some of us who haven't recognized you guys as of this time, because next year you guys will be as big as the Foo Fighters, and we would know all your names.
Our goal is to be bigger.
bigger than the Foo Fighters.
Or at least the same.
How did you guys form this band, Little Dume? How did you guys all met? Obviously, two of you are brothers.
Yeah, it was formed like not too far away from where we're sitting right now. We're sitting in Point Dume, Malibu, which is where the four of us grew up, and we've known each other since preschool, elementary school. We did a fifth grade talent show together. We really started playing like as a band when we were 16, just at like the Malibu Inn and local gigs around here. So it's been, kind of like a lifelong passion project for us as best friends. And yeah, so it just came about going down to the beach at Malibu. We're named after the beach Little Dume, which is right down here. And we would bring our acoustic guitars and sing around the bonfire with our friends, and we're still doing that today.
Now, if you were going to describe your music to somebody, because everybody has their own description of their music, how would you guys describe it as?
I mean, we're all very influenced by different things, but as now the sound keeps evolving as we grow together. But I think that we're like a combination of like Kings of Leon meets Young the Giant meets like Coldplay. Yeah. So like alternative indie rock. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Like those are some of my biggest influences. And Wesley, our drummer, is like one of the best drummers I've ever met. He has like 8 arms, and he's very inspired by jazz. Dane is inspired by really like rock and hard rock, and James and I are all the same. But my biggest inspiration is like Coldplay, and we kind of bring like that lyrical aspect into like heavy riffs and big soaring drums, and yeah, those 3 bands kind of like our thing.
Well, that's awesome. Now, for each of you, why do you guys want to become a musician? That's like an industry, whether you're going to make a lot of money or don't.
Yeah, at least for me, I guess I grew up with it because my dad's a guitar player. So I've always gotten to jam out with him just growing up in, I guess my bedroom, and just his studio being like right next to my bedroom. So I would just go and jam. So I guess for me, it was just like pretty natural, and I started so early, and I'm like, there's no reason to try anything else, I guess. But it was never something that I felt like I had to do. It was just like, okay, I picked up the drums when I was 5, and then fell in love with it, and then just like kept going, and don't see a reason to ever stop. So that's my backstory, I guess.
I mean, like when I first heard Coldplay come out with Yellow in 2001, I was like obsessed, and I just wanted to like make music. And honestly, I became a musician because Dane, he's about 6 years older than me, and he got into music when he was really young. And like when I was younger, I would follow Dane everywhere. Everything he did, I wanted to do. Dane played drums, I want to play drums. Dane played sax, I want to play sax. So Dane, my best friend, is like a really big inspiration why I did music, because like I just wanted to do everything he did. And as he got older and did bands, like I just wanted to follow in his footsteps. And we have different tastes in music, but I just started falling in love with Coldplay, learning how to play guitar, learning how to play piano, writing songs at a very young age. And I owe it to these two for really like getting me out of my comfort zone to be a front man. So that's why I love music.
Wow, awesome.
I guess I'm next. Yeah, I mean, I also got into music at a young age, and my first instrument was saxophone. And then that, as I was getting older and in middle school, as I was getting angsty, I wanted to play guitar, and then got into a bunch of bands and started bands in high school, post high school. I was in a bands that toured for a long time, and then I'd say really, I was making music with these guys kind of throughout that time period too. So at some point when these guys were still in high school, and I'd been graduated for a few years. But in 2017, 2018, I think is when we really started playing together more often. Yeah, and here we are,
Excellent. And I think we have one more.
Oh yeah. Why I got into music in the first place? I mean, I started playing guitar at a very young age, and very similar influences. Like I would listen to I guess the music my parents were listening to, it was just like Coldplay and Bob Marley and like U2 and Moby, and I would like love hearing that music. And then when I started playing guitar, I think it was just the first time I performed live on stage, which was at the Malibu Inn here, and just kind of that feeling of being able to play music like similar to like the music that I love hearing, and that effect that music had on me, and like the kind of calmness it could bring me, like whether it's Three Little Birds by Bob Marley or Don't Panic, which is the first ever Coldplay song on their first album, like that sort of peace it gave me, like, and then to be able to give that to other people, that like really like inspired me. Like when that moment clicked, like, oh well, I could make music and record and perform, like that's when I decided like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So
Wow, you guys are awesome. And because I already listened to a few songs on your guys' YouTube channel. Now, with California starting to open up, are you guys planning to do live shows hopefully in the future?
Oh yes, we are. When we're starting to just talk to certain venues now, and as things open up, we're gonna start booking. You know, just bigger venues and try to play. It's very competitive right now because as the world's opening up, you know, everyone's trying to play shows, and I mean, we're all very connected to certain different venues and all over LA, and with our new manager, like we're just gonna try and crush it and play places that we grew up playing shows at, like, you know, the Troubadour, the Moroccan Lounge, like all these amazing little clubs, and then step by step just play bigger and bigger shows. And when time comes, we're gonna go on tour, you know, next year, 2022, and hop on one of 3 acts and just, you know, get bigger.
Most excellent. Well, let me leave with one more question because I've taken a lot of your time already. What's your guys' personal message for Vax #Vax? Because if you were going to send the message out to your fans right now.
I'm not ready to do
Yeah,
this.
you're the most well spoken.
I mean, I'm of the personal opinion, like, you know, I believe that everybody has a choice when it comes to the vaccine. Like, you know, we're fortunate enough in the United States to have like the privilege to have a choice of whether or not to get the vaccine. And the essence of like, you know, it's not, it was really bad here for a while and it still is bad in some states, but it's really much worse in other places in the world where they don't even have the access if they wanted to, you know, to the vaccine. So I would say go get the vaccine is what I'd say. If you are able to get it or if you've had it in the United States, you're really lucky that you got to, because there's millions and hundreds of millions of people that want it and can't get it. And there's people here that are refusing to get it. And if you don't want to get it, that's okay. That's your personal choice. But just think about the people that who want it and who are dying. So I'd say just like, just go get the vaccine. If you don't want it, even support people who want it, you know, go get it. Yeah.
Well said. Well, everybody, hey, congratulations once again for your new single, Human. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you guys. I can't wait to see you guys live.
Thank you so much. Well, let's stay in touch and we'll send you tickets and come out to our show.
You know what? Send me tickets. I will definitely come out. That would be awesome.
Thank you so much for having us on and taking your time with us too.
Hey, thank you. Next time.
Have a good one.